Scene script. Have you ever wondered how a man born into poverty could rise to control the largest contiguous empire in history? Today, we delve into the life and influence of Genghis Khan. Born into the harsh, unforgiving steppes of Mongolia, Genghis Khan's early life was anything but easy. His birth name, Temujin, whispered tales of a warrior to come. Young Temujin was a member of the Borjigin tribe, a small and insignificant group among the many feuding clans of Mongolia. Tragedy struck early when his father, a minor tribal leader, was poisoned by a rival clan. Suddenly, at just 9 years old, Temujin found himself thrust into a role of leadership. But instead of inheriting his father's mantle, he and his family were cast out, abandoned to fend for themselves in the harsh Mongolian wilderness. With no tribe to protect them, life was a daily struggle for survival. Yet it was these very hardships that molded Temujin into the man he would become. They taught him the brutal realities of life, the importance of loyalty, and the value of strong leadership. But Temujin was not content merely to survive. He dreamt of more, of uniting the warring tribes under a single banner. And so he embarked on a journey that would see him rise from outcast to Khan. Through strategic alliances and ruthless warfare, Temujin rallied the tribes one by one. His courage on the battlefield and his gift for leadership drew people to him, and his ranks swelled with loyal followers. In 1206, he was bestowed the title of Genghis Khan, meaning universal ruler. From these humble beginnings, Genghis Khan would go on to build an empire that still resonates in our world today. Genghis Khan wasn't just a conqueror, he was a revolutionary leader who transformed the Mongols into an unstoppable force. Let's delve into the rise of the Mongol Empire under his rule. Born as Temujin in a tumultuous era of the Mongol tribes, Genghis Khan faced a world of constant conflict. However, he was a visionary, seeing beyond the skirmishes to envision a unified Mongol nation. With charisma, political savvy, and an iron will, he began consolidating power. He implemented a merit-based system, breaking the traditional tribal hierarchy, and laid the groundwork for a united Mongol nation. This was the first step towards the rise of an empire. Genghis Khan's military strategies were as revolutionary as his socio-political reforms. He valued intellect and skill over brute strength, leading to the formation of a highly efficient and disciplined army. His innovative tactics, such as the use of psychological warfare and the intelligent incorporation of enemy soldiers into his own ranks, were key to his success. Once he had a unified force, he began his conquests. His empire expanded rapidly from the Pacific Ocean to Eastern Europe, becoming the largest contiguous land empire in history. The Mongols' horseback warfare, combined with their strategic use of fear, allowed them to conquer vast territories. Cities would often surrender without a fight, having heard terrifying tales of Mongol brutality. Yet it wasn't all destruction and bloodshed. Genghis Khan was also a pragmatic ruler who understood the value of culture and knowledge. He implemented policies that promoted trade, communication, and cultural exchange across his vast empire. He even established one of the earliest international postal systems, the Yam. Genghis Khan's rule was indeed ruthless, filled with wars and conquests, but it was also marked by surprising advancements and innovations. His vision of a unified Mongol nation led to the rise of an empire that shaped the course of history, demonstrating that there was much more to this legendary figure than the brutal warlord often portrayed. Genghis Khan's rule was ruthless, but it was also marked by surprising advancements and innovations. Genghis Khan's influence didn't end with his death. His legacy continues to shape our world in profound ways. As the Mongol Empire stretched across the continents, it reshaped the world in its wake. One of the most significant impacts of Genghis Khan's reign was on trade. The Silk Road, an ancient network of trade routes that connected the East and West, flourished under the Mongols. Genghis Khan's policies promoted safety and communication along the Silk Road, allowing for an unprecedented exchange of goods and ideas, but his influence didn't stop at trade. Genghis Khan's empire also left a lasting impact on culture. The Mongols were known for their tolerance of different religions, encouraging a diverse array of beliefs and practices within their borders. This religious tolerance, along with the enhanced communication along the Silk Road, led to a cross-pollination of ideas, arts, and sciences between the East and West. In the realm of geopolitics, Genghis Khan's descendants continued to rule and influence various regions long after his death. From the Golden Horde in Russia to the Ilkhanate in Persia, the Mongol Empire's influence was felt for centuries. Even today, the borders of some modern nations like Russia and China were shaped by the Mongol invasions. In addition to these broad impacts, Genghis Khan's influence can be seen in more specific ways. His use of the decimal system in military organization was revolutionary and has been emulated by armies around the world. His emphasis on meritocracy over aristocracy was a radical concept that has influenced political thought ever since. So, while the Mongol Empire may have eventually fallen, the legacy of Genghis Khan is imprinted on the pages of history. His influence on trade, culture, and geopolitics has shaped the world we live in today. Genghis Khan's empire fell, but his influence lived on, shaping centuries of human history. Genghis Khan, a ruthless conqueror, a revolutionary leader, a historical enigma. What can we learn from his life and legacy? As we delve into the paradox of Genghis Khan, we unravel a tale of two sides. On one hand, he was a brutal conqueror, leaving a trail of destruction in his wake. His empire was built on the blood and bones of those who stood against him. Yet on the other hand, Genghis Khan was a progressive leader. He established a sophisticated legal code, promoted trade, and even supported religious freedom within his vast empire. This dichotomy paints a picture of a man who was as complex as the empire he built. Was he a bloodthirsty tyrant, a forward-thinking ruler, or perhaps a bit of both? The answer isn't black and white, much like the man himself. Genghis Khan's story is a testament to the power of ambition, leadership, and strategic genius. It reminds us of the indelible mark one man can leave on the course of history.